Well, my jumper t-lite suddenly stopped working without any warning, so when I try to turn it on, only blue light works and it doesn't boot. I didn't have any warnings whatsoever before that, and since I happen to be in a remote area without my soldering station, without even multimeter, so I cannot even check whether my battery works or not, but I tried on a thumb, kind of like it's a little bit, it gives this tickling sensation, so it seems there is some voltage. However, in the internet I watched one tutorial which says that I have to disassemble it and try to remove internal button battery and see whether it works or not after that. So it just, yeah, let's try to do that. And our person mentioned that you can do that even without removing the battery, just remove the radio model from the socket. And the problem here that I have is ELRS model, which complicate things a little bit, but hopefully not a lot. And on my memory, it's already second time when I have a problem with a jumper t-lite. So first time it stopped working, but I think it's not stopped working as a radio as a whole, but gimbals stopped working. So instead of just controlling signal, it was jiggling and like kind of you know, vibrating signal, so becomes basically unusable, but still we're booting on. Right now it just doesn't boot, and this is super inconvenient, especially when you travel. So, but without any warnings, without any tools to easily verify whether it may be a battery problem, you have to basically guess what's going on with this radio. So I would definitely not recommend this as a reliable company of radio production. Although radio itself, I cannot complain, it was relatively cheap. It has 401 model, so it's possible to connect it to virtually every, even Chinese toy. So it's really convenient radio in that sense, but for production quality could be better. So if you travel, I really do recommend to take some travel kit, maybe like a little screwdriver size multimeter, perhaps even some T100 or like similar screwdriver size soldering like equipment. Yeah, and because I have this here ELRS model, so you see how tightly packed it is. So it's even difficult to take it apart. But nevertheless, let's try to do that. Okay, so I'm not sure is it possible to see what I'm doing here. So I removed the power cable from the radio, and I'm removing the 401 model. So let's just try as an experiment, put it back without removing that little button battery first, and see whether it does any difference whatsoever. Alright, so I put the 401 model back and connecting the power cable back. Okay, all in place. Let's try to put battery. Be careful not to mess up with polarity. No reaction. Let's try to disconnect like button battery inside of it. Yeah, battery is definitely working, so I have this sensation in a tongue. But comparing with maybe my battery is discharged, so it's really annoying without multimeter, so you can say for sure whether it's problem with battery or radio. But even if it's problem with battery, it's still kind of radio's fault because it was inside the radio, so if something doesn't work, radio can just shut down automatically if you're draining too much power. Alright, let's try again. Let it see in the right direction. And it worked. It worked. So no battery replacement is needed. So I'm just trying to connect antennas just in case, because I remember how annoyingly I burned my VTX by turning off board just in USB port, but without connecting antenna, so it just burned an instant. I definitely don't want a repetition of such a unfortunate event with my only radio while I'm in different country. Yeah, and as you can see right now it's powering on. Welcome to OpenTX. Switch warning. Alright, and it has a 4.3 volts, so it definitely wasn't a battery problem. Let me see whether I have any memory of my settings. And yeah, I do. So all my settings is on this radio. So why is it happening? I have no clue, but nevertheless, as you can see, it definitely worked for me. So I shouldn't order a new radio, which would take weeks to deliver here in remote area in Ireland. And shouldn't order like new battery just to check whether it works. It's an internal systematic problem of a jumper, of at least jumper t-lite, but I hear and read on the internet a lot of rumors, but even our products of a jumper company have issues with the quality. So thank you, and I hope that would help you to avoid mistakes.